PTS is a hell of a thing. You'll be fine and then something will happen and one event will come roaring back. Before you scroll, take away one thing. Turn your pans in. And no little ones in the kitchen. Another content creator is just making a safety video. And she shows that Amazon carries a child safety guard. I don't make it a habit of telling war stories on here. I will tell this one. And the only reason I tell this one is to change behavior. And maybe spare a life. And this isn't a trigger warning, this is a trauma warning. You won't ever forget this. So if you're already having a bad day or not in a good spot, scroll. I was almost through my career. So maybe 6 years ago, the run was to respond with EMS on a burned child. Now this is a fire and EMS run, but they send police to watch their back, because this is an emotionally heightened run. They also send us to make sure it's not child abuse, because yes, people burn their children on purpose. I get there maybe 2 minutes before EMS. Mom had been boiling water on the stove for herself and grandmother for tea. A little girl that was maybe 2 or 3 years old reached up and pulled the pan down on top of herself. She was African American, but you couldn't tell. Her skin had melted off of her from her scalp to her waist, and it was hanging from her waist. She was shaking and screaming. And it was a scream no parent should have to hear. When people call you, it's usually on their worst day, and they're calling you to help. I felt absolutely helpless. Fire and EMS got there, wrapped her in something, and got her to the hospital. Thankfully, she was only minutes from a major children's hospital. I've never checked to see if she survived. I never told my wife this story until last night. She's a medical professional, so I asked her if she thought that the girl survived. She said with extensive burns like that, probably not. But I keep a small amount of hope and I pray for her. People that don't know any better will ask first responders to tell me about your worst run. In my top 12 worst runs, that's like a 12. I couldn't tell this story in under 60 seconds, so this video will generate revenue. And any money this video makes, I'm going to donate to St. Jude. But hopefully it makes a difference. Be aware and be safe.